What's going on, my good people? This your boy Lap Up the Entertainer, here to bring you some action with Allen University. I haven't got a chance to see a lot of their season, but this is just be grading whatever left I can grade. I was only able to see them 2 times, so this is my third and last time able to see them for the season. Some bands are just not blessed with media team footage, so I'm just working off of what I got. But I'm just wanted to grade this just to put some extra incentive on their record. This is going to my Seek tier list. So if you want to be a part of this family, please consider liking and sharing this video. Alright, so I'm grading all these bands from the Seek division to come up with a tier list, so y'all know definitively who was the strongest band in 2024. I know it's late, but it's better to get it out now than later. So, but with that being said, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's pull up the cards so you know what we'll be grading. We're going to be grading entrance, songs, formation, dancers, breakdown, and overall creativity. Maximum points they can make altogether is 25. I have a creative department. That creative is for them to get extra incentive on their grade. Okay, so how will they get a dub on this? If they're able to get a perfect field show rating, which them getting 5s in all those categories besides creative, or if they're not able to do that, if they can make at least a 27, I would give them a dub. I know y'all see 2 losses, but it's possible for them to get a dub. So I don't know what to expect out of this field show, but I'm very excited to see what's going to make of it, okay? The last field show I got a chance to see them, they were going against Edward Waters, and it was pretty much neck and neck, so it was an enjoyable watch. But with that being said, let's get into the action.
Get ready to experience the bands of gold, starting with our performance of Variant Fanfare. Tonight's show features all hits from the one and only Usher, starting with My Way.
Oh, they got their knees up. Looks pretty good for the most part.
silk flag cord. Feast your eyes as they twirl to Usher's classic #1 hit single, Nice and Slow.
Okay, trombones. Okay.
Now entering the field, the sophisticated ladies of the Golden Jackets. Be amazed by their moves as they dance to Usher's Scream. Watch the band as they get down to TGIF by Glorilla. sexy reds. Get it. Now we honor the recently passed legend, Frankie Miller, with Before I Let Go. The BOG Assistant Director is Dr. Caleb Carpenter. The Golden Jackhouse coach is Miss Ashley Johnson. And the Golden Silk Flag coach is Miss Joy McDougal. Get down, man! We hope you have thoroughly...
Alright, let's give that a grade. See if I can get a top view. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright. So creativity, I'm gonna give that a 4. Entrance, I'm gonna give that a 5. Songs, I'm gonna give that a 3. Formations, I'm gonna give that a 5. Dancers, a 5. Breakdown, I'm gonna give them a 4. Alright. Was not a perfect field show, but was it enough for them to pass? That's the truth. That's a true question. So let's see. They got a 26. They missed it by 1 point. Okay. Now there's no losses. They'll be issued out, but this is their record. It was definitely a tough record for them. But that's not me, trying to bash this band organization, anything like this. One thing I would say that can really help this band out tremendously if they can just work on articulation, they can work on some articulation skills, just trying to get the phrases and stuff right, there was some stuff that they kind of fumbled through with the book on this one. As far as, the breakdown, I would have gave them a 5 if they would have gave me just a tad bit more energy in some of the segments of the breakdown. But for the breakdown, it was pretty heavy. It was pretty good. It was just missing one more creative moment for me and for them to get a 5. But they just missed it by 1. Okay? And, it is what it is. Things happen, but I really appreciate watching this band and, be a part of this family. Consider liking and, subscribing, still be a part of this family, because this band, I can see has potential to do a lot of things this upcoming year. This is just my honest opinion. I think, they got like a whole lot of potential. They definitely do. So, but it is what it is on this one. But no dub, tough record. But it is what it is. But this is their official record for the season. Okay, so no, bashing. No. Nothing like that. It's nothing but love here. Definitely want to see this band succeed next season, and I think that they can definitely do better next year. Okay, so but with that being said, y'all, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. It was an interesting watch. I enjoyed it, for the majority. But I'm finna get up out of here, man. And like I tell y'all always, deuces.